right, man. Joe Buck calls Jared Goff the most underrated player in the NFL. He said there are many other guys he can consider, but off the top, it's Jared Goff. If you don't know who Joe Buck is, announcer, play-by-play for years. Him and Troy Aikman was play-by-play A-team for Fox. I think now they're on ESPN. I was about to say Amazon, but it's ESPN. But yeah, I mean, I think people start to notice Goff's greatness, and I think some things that the Lions did to help Goff. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I think Sean McVay was brought in to fix Goff. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. Sean McVay was brought in to fix Jared Goff, and he was under so much pressure. And I just think he just did a quick work job. He basically, instead of breaking Goff down from the bottom to the, you know, from the beginning, or from the, you know, breaking them all the way down and building them back up, he has to do a quick, you know, job and get quick results. So that's what he pretty much did. So he pretty much got in there and he just did a quick makeover of Goff, and they hid some deficiencies instead of getting around and fixing them. You know, and Campbell talked about how they helped Goff kind of read defenses better, and they kind of helped him improve and understand some concepts, and that's what he had. He had a bunch of time. You know what I'm saying? In Detroit, it was a bunch of time. He didn't have a bunch of talent when he first got here, and they got him some things, you know, around him, and you know, you can see the difference. You know, when the offensive line is healthy, I mean, you know, he was dealing, and I really do think he probably is the most underrated guy. And when you get a reputation that he got from that Super Bowl, and that he needed Todd Gurley, he needed everything to be perfect around him, it's hard to shake a reputation once you get one. You know what I'm saying? If it's anything bad, it's hard to shake it. Then you get a reputation for having a nasty attitude. It's going to be hard to shake it. You know, but you can have a great reputation for 20 years in one moment where you make a mistake, and it can destroy 20 years of a reputation. You can do 1,000 things for somebody. The minute you say you can't do it, or you draw a boundary, then guess what? Now they don't like you no more. Now you evil. So it's hard to shake a bad reputation. You know, but then again, in sports, numbers matter. You know, numbers matter. And when you win, they can't deny nothing. They can hate, but they can't deny that the facts is adding up that you're winning. You know? So, but yeah, I see some of the things he do. You know, at the end of the day, is he the greatest thrower of the football down the field? No, but he good enough. And I think he really got a reputation for not getting the ball out down the field as much, is because of it was because he can't get the ball to Jameson Williams down the field. You know? But when he was, you know, with the you know, Rams, he didn't have no issue getting the ball to those guys like Brandon Cooks, who real speedy and stuff. I mean, he got the ball better than Brandon Cooks than Dak Prescott had so far, outside of like maybe last game, but they was playing against the Giants. So that's something to be said. But yeah, he's very, very underrated, man. He's better than I ever thought he was when he was out there in LA and in St. Louis. I mean, it ain't no disputing that. You know, he punctual, he on time. He seemed to be a better leader than Matthew Stafford, a more vocal leader than Matthew Stafford. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more athletic than we gave him credit for. He stand in the pocket, make tough throws. I mean, you know, short to intermediate, he's great. Even down the field. I mean, at some point this season, he had the most completions of 20 plus yards or more. You know? So, there's something to be said about that. Something to be said about it. But yeah, I would agree with Joe Buck that the boy out there dealing. He out there dealing. And I think, they winning, and they winning because of him. They winning because of him. And his skill set is just going to get better because he's not predicated on his legs or jeez Louise. It's not predicated on his legs or whatever. He's using his mind, using his arm, and I think the next step in the evolution for him is to be able, when Ben Johnson leaves, because we pretty sure he gone. Can he do it without Ben Johnson now? He's proven to do it without Todd Gurley and Sean McVay, and now, the next question is, can he do it with Ben Johnson? Without Ben Johnson. And you see kind of like the 49ers, they signed Steve Wilkes to be their defensive coordinator, but you would think that they would have somebody studying under the D'Amico Ryans to be ready to take over those reins. And you'd hope the Lions have somebody they have in mind who could be learning under Ben Johnson to take over those reins. Ben Johnson had, the play that they got, I think that fourth down play, they got, the Sam Laporta was one of the plays that they got from the Chargers and Jaguars playoff game, where the Jaguars came down from double-digit points and beat the came back and beat the Chargers, and they used the exact same play. So not only is he studying what they're doing, he's studying, other opponents and what they've done in the past, and taking what they did and what they did versus other, defenses to be successful. So gotta tip your hat off to him. And, one of the things I kind of knew when he became the head coach, I gotta be somebody's dog. When he became the head coach was when he became the head coach, and he said the first thing, or he became the offensive coordinator, the first thing he did with Jared Goff was he sat down with Jared Goff, and they went through, and he said he seen what Jared Goff did good and what Jared Goff did bad, or what he was comfortable with and what he wasn't comfortable with. And that's how you do it. That's how I knew he probably was going to be all right as an offensive coordinator. That's how I knew. When you already tailor making an offense around your quarterback and around what you already have, I think that speaks volumes. That means you're about to tailor. That means you're about to tailor make a. Yeah, that means you're about to tailor make an offense. So, but that's been a huge part of Jared Goff's success. It's been a huge part of Jared Goff's success. So, but I do think he's one of the more underrated players in the league. And he's easily right now a top 10 quarterback. So, shout out to Joe Beasy, Joe Bucky boy. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.